We are investigating the atrocities of the neo-Nazis battalions of Ukraine and of Ukrainian armed forces. There is a special commission created in Russian chamber. We have it anyway. There is a public organization which is very experienced. They have been discovering the fakes staged by so-called white helmets in Syria, in many other cases, and we will not cease our efforts to establish the truth. We are used to the fact that the United States, United Kingdom, and other Western countries have a very interesting habit. They just throw in a news when they believe this news would work ideologically for their benefit. And then when it comes to facts, and when more and more facts are discovered which put big question mark on the assertion, they just lose interest. 2007, London, poisoning of Mr. Litvinenko, huge outcry. The trial begins, and after a few weeks, the trial is made public, which in UK means secret. Until now, we cannot get the facts about what actually happened to Mr. Litvinenko. 2014, Malaysian Airlines, Boeing, shot down over Ukraine. We presented huge amount of facts. We requested that we be part of the investigation. No way. Ukrainians who did not close the skies during the conflict were invited to this special investigation group. Russia was not. Malaysia, as the owner of the plane, was invited only 5 months later, after the Australians, the Dutch, and Malaysians agreed among themselves that anything coming out of this group must be subject to consensus. Meaning, Ukraine, which did not close the skies, had veto power on this investigation. So we could not get the truth on this one as well. 2019, Salisbury poisoning. The people disappeared. The only proof which was made public is highly likely, as Theresa May said. The Brits insisted on expulsion of Russian diplomats by most of the European countries. And when I asked my friends, did they provide the proof beyond the public statements about highly likely it was Russia? They said no, but they promised to. I checked 1 year later whether this was done. It was not done. And so on and so forth. 2020, our opposition blogger, Mr. Navalny, was poisoned. We asked the Germans, and we immediately, responded to the German request to let him go to the Berlin hospital. 24 hours later, after the request, he was flown to Berlin. We don't have any confirmation who was flying with him, where did they get the bottle, which is the key, element in this investigation. And when we asked the Germans to show us the formula which they discovered in his body, they said this is military secret. It is us who, until now, insist on the truth about Litvinenko, about the Skripals, about the Malaysian Boeing, and about Navalny. The stories which they stage in Ukraine these days are from the same nature.